Testing, testing, one, two, three. Sound check. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I can hear myself, so there we go. Okay, let's see. Hold on. There we go. Still hear me. One moment. Still hear me. Okay. How's that? Um, Hopefully the sound is good on your end. Good morning, Dorsey. Let's see who else we got here. Good morning, Deborah. Thank you for the sound check, everybody. Thank you, Rodrigo. Good morning. Let's see. What is this? 932.25. I'm already in a long and I'm risking about 80, not like $90 just to see if we're gonna go higher. The news that we had at uh 9 8:30 didn't really produce much. Um, I'm targeting this daily volume imbalance up here. So this is where I'm at right now. Um, it's 9 o'clock, so we're starting to get um our 9 o'clock candle forming. Let's see on the 1 hour where our mean threshold is. So we're pulling right about there now into the mean threshold of the previous hour's candle. We have this 5 minute bullish order block, this red candle. This is also a bullish order block. So we just want to see if we start to get some momentum back to the upside or down. We are heavily bullish on the day. Um, as you can see, we basically have closed out this daily bearish fair value gap. We have some volume imbalances above us, and then our all-time high on the daily. On the 4 hour, we're bullish. Market maker buy model is going to be complete here and here. And on the 1 hour, the same thing. We've been pushing higher all day. So we opened, went low, and came. I mean, Asia was just ripping up. So did London. So right now, the current order flow is bullish. So I'm just watching. We do have on the 1 minute um, these consolidation candles. So I want to see how we react under this low. If we invert this bullish fair value gap, will we continue going lower? Our new day opening gap, midnight open is here, and our new day opening gap is all the way down here. We've already swept the previous day high. And so we have a lot of different sell side liquidity pools here. Dollar is starting to retrace back up into, excuse me one moment, let me adjust this mic, um, into a bearish fair value gap. So that could push price back down, which could send us back up. So we're really not sure what we're going to do here. 909. So like I said, I'm just risking a little less than $100 to see if we continue higher. But we do, once we close out this fair value gap on the 1 minute, we'll invert that and we'll see how price reacts in this area. We just tap into this bullish order block. So, and the mean threshold of the previous hour's candle. So we can get rid of that and see if we get some momentum to the upside. I would consider this our 5-minute bearish breaker here. I would like to see if we're going to flip bearish. I would like to see a strong close below that. This is all before 9:30 open. We do have another red folder news driver at 11 o'clock. Morning, Robin. These are just alerts on the screen. Alerts I've set for myself. So on the 5-minute coming into, and the this we just swept London's high right at about 9:19 right here. So we just took buy side liquidity. I want to see if we create a 5-minute bearish breaker. We don't have any bullish fair value gaps coming into this to invert, but on the 1 minute we did have one. Morning, Miss Healthy. Nice to have you here. We do have a confirmed 1-minute bearish breaker, and we are closing below um, the low on the 1 minute. This bullish order block looks like it may get disrespected. And if that's the case, we could see us continue down to the downside into our equilibrium of our London range or below, because we have the midnight open and some other sell side liquidity pools here. On price, this is our 5-minute bullish breaker that sent price. So price could tap into that and reject back up. We just trying to see now. It's still early and price is sorting itself out from the news driver, which again, it did not produce much at all. We just kind of consolidated. So we're inside of this bullish order block as well as this one. Dollar is hanging around right at the midnight open. Want to see if we get a close below this 5-minute low here. I hope you all are doing good this morning and had a nice evening yesterday. I'm just ready to see what the market has for us. We didn't get a close below that low. Um, and we're so far respecting this bullish order block here with the bodies staying above it. But, all that can change at any given time. So I believe we'll probably see some more to the downside, but the dollar is pushing up past its high. So we could see lower prices for the indices. Let me see. The equilibrium of London range is right here around 880, right there. We've already mitigated this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. Doesn't mean we won't come back into it, but um, we came into it, created a bullish breaker outside of it, and then swept some more buy side liquidity, which was our London low. So close below these candles here for me would constitute a 5 minute change in the state of delivery, as well as a 5 minute bearish breaker. However, we are just tapping the top of the bullish breaker that sent price up. So I am watching this to see how we're reacting in this zone. Are we going to use this as support to push us back up or not? Okay. So we have a confirmed 5 minute bearish breaker. I am going to close my long. I risked $100 on that. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can uh, switch over. One moment. Okay, we should be good. Um, Let me know when you guys can see my screen again. No, I'm not in the long anymore. We have a confirmed 5-minute bearish breaker. So I'm just watching now to see what we're going to do here. We have about 15 minutes before uh, the 9:30 open. Okay, great. So again, welcome to all of you guys who are just joining us. If you could be so kind as to subscribe, like the live stream, share, as well as leave me a comment. Let me know you're here, that you're watching. If you have questions, please let me know. And if you want to share your trading style, that's awesome as well. So price is pushing back up into this uh, bearish breaker area. Seven, eight. Let's see. Or it's about 350 here. Now again, we are in a little early, so see where's my session range here.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Healthy is waiting on the opening bell. And usually I would too. So best case scenario, price will come back and retouch the 1 minute bearish breaker or the 5 minute and continue down. Um, we have the EQ of the London range here. Price could tap that and then reject away. So I'm gonna probably take some profit here at this level, just because that is an area that price could reject from and continue up if we're really bullish and we're done with this fair value gap here. But if not, then we will continue on down and target. We have our midnight open here, a session low here, and consequent encroachment of this 4 hour fair value gap. So we'll just see what price wants to do. I mean, we could totally take this high, and in that case, we may go up to the upside. So I'm just counting up my risk and what could happen and see how it goes. I'm being a little bit more aggressive with these accounts. One is due to rebuild on Monday, so I want to see what we can get before then. Now, on the 1 minute, we have the bullish breaker that was formed out of this area here. So price could also reject from there. So we'll just see. When the bell opens, it's either going to confirm a order block or breaker, or it's going to retest an order block or breaker or take liquidity um, from the sell side. And we can see already that we have liquidity. All of this is just engineered liquidity. This is what we ran up all night, all this. So we have lots of sell side liquidity, but we also have a lot of liquidity to the upside. And we are bullish overall right now. We have about 5 minutes to the opening bell. Now I'm going to show you something. On the 1 minute, we have this fair value gap, this order block. This is a balanced price range. So our bearish breaker, I would say, would be we could use these candles here or even this low. So price should not come above this high if we are still going to be bearish, because that'll be our three PD arrays, really more than that, because this is a fair value gap as well. So we would have to violate this order block, this fair value gap, this other order block, another order block, like it's a lot. You're giving it a lot of room. Um, oh goodness. So let's see here. Now 1 minute bearish breaker is at 925 around here, and it's 930. Want to see a nice close below this up close candle to confirm another bullish order block. ES is pushing down very nicely, and dollar is pushing up. So we have to see what NQ wants to do.
Order filled.
Okay, so we were taken out. That was a stop out, and we are pushing up. Let's go to the 1 minute. So we confirmed a bullish breaker. And we're at another session high. Let's see how much room we got before this. Looks like we're pushing up to this volume imbalance here. Trying to see, I hope I didn't get slipped because that wick was nasty. We're inside of a 4-hour fair value gap. Okay, no, I didn't get slipped. It stopped. Okay, so let's see now. We're at that volume imbalance that I was looking at. Now, that might have been our manipulation, but we want to watch here to see how we react as we come back into this zone right here and into this fair value gap. I believe this will be our first presented fair value gap. So I want to see if we invert that and create another bearish breaker. On the 5 minute, let's see where we at. That would be here. And on the 1 minute, that's about the same. It's around the same zone. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see what the sub 1 minute is looking like. Lots of bullish candles. Oh, let me take
Order
this off
canceled. Order canceled.
before I get in a trade I'm not trying to actually get into. Okay, so we swept a few different buy side liquidity pools. Now we just need to find out what are we going to do here with this fair value gap. We came right to the top of that daily volume imbalance. So we could continue higher. And our 1 and 5 minute bearish breakers will be around the same uh, zone, around the same level I'm in. Looks like we're rejecting out of it. We'll give it a few minutes to make up its mind. We tap into this bullish order block. I'm gonna go back to the 5 minute. Excuse me, this could be our continuation to the upside. Let's move these out the way for a moment so we can see a little better. We have a bullish order block that we could continue off of if we're going to continue. Excuse me. So ES took its London high, created a bearish breaker, tapped back into that bearish breaker, and is now consolidating. NQ did the same, however, even making a 5 minute bearish breaker, but um, we manipulated back up. So I'm not really sure if these candles were considered more consolidation candles, but I use this one as a low, this one here. And these up close candles as our change in the state of delivery. So this could just be manipulation, or we are going to continue higher. Do you guys let me know, do you mind what time frame you wanna watch price on, the 1 minute or the 5? I have you guys on the 5 minute, but, we can switch to the 1 minute if you prefer. I'm watching how we react into this first presented fair value gap, as well as this, 15-minute fair value gap here. Rejected pretty nicely out of that, but we also have about 3 or 4 minutes before if we confirm a 15-minute bullish order block, this could very well tap into that and continue higher. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me either. I'm watching both actually. So far, the bodies are respecting the consequent encroachment of that. So don't forget, guys, we have more red folder news at 11. But in between that, we have our 9:50 to 10:10 macro. We have our 10 o'clock open. And then we also have, the silver bullet hour at 10 o'clock. And then we have news at 11. And then the London close macro. So I've used one of my bullets already this morning, and I have about 2 to 3 more, depending on if I'm risking $300 or $400. For London, let's see. Yeah, London was a small range, about 78 candles. Asia was about, let's see, The same. So far today, we went below the midnight open price slightly and now we pushed up. So on the day, it looks like an open low high. And on the weekly, the same. Um, we opened up the week, dipped below, and then now we're going higher. -4 standard deviation on the 5 minute rest around 0.23. So that's in this area here. We have relatively equal highs. I was also noticing last night during Asia session that uh, those bearish breakers weren't really holding, even on the 5 minute. So I'm not really sure if that's going to be the case for today's session or not. Um, However, on the 1 hour, we are definitely bullish. Like I said, our higher time frame bias is bullish for now. We're just currently resting right at a daily bearish volume imbalance that price tapped into. And we're just coasting here. So we have about 3 more minutes before the macro begins. It's our 9:50 to 10:10 macro. So far, our bullish order blocks are being respected. I want to see if we confirm if we get a body over these highs, create a fair value gap, use that as some resistance to go higher, or if we start to break down. Now that we've pushed above this high, we'll have to readjust our bearish breaker and potential breaker if we do see price begin to come back down. Looking at the higher time frame, I am mapping out our next liquidity point, which is our session high here. And we are about a little over 50 handles from that. Coming back into this bullish order block. So if you're a continuation trader, You could go long in there and target this session high. Stop loss would go beneath here. On the point, I guess our three failed PD array will be these fair value gaps here. Even I would include that volume imbalance. So your stop would need to be about 40 to 45 handles, which could be a lot for some people. Um, because these are order blocks, you can map out the mean threshold of it and say price, you don't want to see price confirm a bearish breaker. I'm looking at dollars chart and it's confirmed a mitigation block, not a bearish breaker just yet. But on the 5 minutes, we do have bodies below the 5 minute bullish breaker. I'm sorry, bullish order block on dollar. We are pushing up, and our next session high is at 008.75 right there. Seemed like that just appeared on my screen. I don't see it on the 1 minute, which is weird. Not sure what's happening with the charts, but oh, uh-oh, it's happening. Can you guys see the screen still? Am I still live? Oh, Lord. Okay, let me know what you guys can see. My screen just, I got kicked out. Are we still live? Good. Okay, mic check. Let me know if you guys are we still live or has the stream ended? I can't really tell on my end. Um, this is not great. Let's see. Okay, let me do a mic check and a screen check. Let me know if you can hear and see the screen okay. Looks like we are back in. A moment. I need to I got logged out of my screen. I mean the um broker. So let me get that back on for you. One moment. Okay. So you guys should be able to see the screen now and hear me okay. Let me know if there's any issues. You can hear and see. All right. Thank you. I'm not really sure what happened there. It was very weird, but glad to have you guys back. So if you're having any issues seeing or hearing me, just let me know. On my end, it looks like we're back. I don't know if there's some sort of interruption. Okay, so now it is 10 o'clock, and we can start looking for our silver bullet hour. So far, we have only made bullish momentum, and our draw on liquidity to the upside is another session high. And we also have a few session highs here as well. I'm not really sure what's happening with this live stream today. I'm looking at the signal. It says it's good. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. You should be able to hear me now. Can't hear? You're good now? Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really sure what's happening today with this stream. Okay, that's a weird candle. But we're digging into this 1 minute and 5 minute bullish breaker. I mean bullish order block. Sorry about that. I keep saying the wrong thing. So I want to see how we react here. And if we can target this session high, that would be great. Our first presented fair value gap and use that support to go higher. We have a new week opening gap in this zone right here. I'm not even sure why it won't show me. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot going on today uh, with the internet. Are you guys getting any of that circling on your end as far as the stream interrupting? Or is everything back okay? I'm just checking to see if are we good? Are you guys able to hear and see the screen? Yeah, I'm not hearing anything from anybody, so I'm not really sure what we're doing here. I don't know, maybe the stream has ended. Okay, Deborah, thank you. You can see and hear. Okay. So it looks like on this candle here, we dug into a bullish order block, and now it looks like we're going to continue our ascent higher. What would invalidate that would be us closing below these fair value gaps. Our bearish breaker is here on the 1 minute, and on the 5 minute, kind of far off. You could use this candle, but it doesn't look very clean to me. I'll probably go with this 3 minute bearish breaker zone here. As it turns out right now, it look like we are anyways bearish. Now, one thing I could do to make the price reverse is to definitely go long, and then it'll definitely turn around only because I went long. So I'll have that happen all the time. ES continues to push up, but dollar is also pushing up. So it looks like we are just in sync with dollar. We do have our 1 more minute before the macro ends. Robin, I'm serious. That's exactly what it does. This fair value gap, I want to see if we can push um, into this to go higher. Oh, definitely. I always say that's I want the market to reverse. Just go long. It's going to reverse on you because it does that a lot. But we're in a trending day today, so that's just kind of how it is. After 9:30, we curated a bullish breaker, and we dipped back into it at 9:36, and then we've been pushing higher. So our macro is over, um, and we're gonna just continue to probably grind up until 11, maybe. We have this news driver. Just looking at something. So right now it just looks like you can just take order block entries to go higher. Let me look at this. Let's look at the 15-minute. So our 15-minute highs around here. We have about 78 candles before we hit that. And then we could potentially just keep going higher, the 1 hour. Same thing. We have our daily high here. And this has already been mitigated, uh, these fair value gaps. So our objectives to the upside are there. Doesn't look like we can rush. At 11 o'clock, we have President Trump speaking and crude oil inventories. That's medium impact, but they have President Trump speaking as a red folder news event. That's great, Miss Healthy. Congrats. Hope you've taken some profit. I know, right? So we will definitely see how that works out for us here in this market. Just waiting on this candle to be confirmed as a bullish order block. Yeah, order blocks are good, especially for continuation trades. I am I'm sharpening my skills with that, uh, with continuation trades. Reversals are my jam, but we're inside of this 5 minute order block because this was confirmed. So let's see if we tap that volume imbalance. It would be a nice entry. Come back into the order block, tap the volume imbalance, and then continue higher to this daily high. Stop loss would need to be below this fair value gap here. It would be even nicer if it dug into the mean threshold of it. Tapping this one, let this be a breakaway gap.
Order submitted.
I'll be willing to risk $150 for that move. If that works out, that would mitigate my loss this morning or pre-market or whatever. So let's see if we can get in there. Let's see if we'll get tapped in. I've been working on strategizing entries based on potential targets that I think price would want to hit. So I try to find like where's the best entry to get, what I'm looking for and let price come to me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You don't get the entry that you want. It could very well tap this volume imbalance and leave me. With this opening price is sensitive. And if we're really bullish, we should reject out of the mean threshold of that order block on the 5 minute. I'm steady looking at dollar, and dollar is also making higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, not really sure what that's about.
Order submitted.
Okay, I'm in the trade. Now let's see if we're going to reject up or start a descent down. Well, these are just previous session highs above us. This is a daily swing high. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Robin, I saw your message when I was trying to get the stream back going. You asked if I looked at the uh, RTH gap, and yes, I do. It's on the screen down here. Our new day opening gap. This is where we left off at yesterday. So I had that marked out. But we're far away from that. So when it gaps up so much, sometimes ICT was saying it may not come back to that level. These are the two evals that I'm working on. I've already passed several evals. I'm just doing these two on stream, but I primarily trade my personal account. I'm just doing this for, I guess, shits and giggles. I don't know. But yeah, building more discipline with trading prop because you trade prop differently than you do personal funds where you have less restrictions, if that makes sense. So the stats of the two evaluations are on this channel in the community tab as well as in the Discord. You can take a look at it. So it's almost 10:30. We are on the 1 minute. Looks like we're breaking down. Now, how much I trust that, I'm not really sure because uh, we've made bearish breakers before and they were short lived. So this is our 5 minute order block. Yeah. Um, just never know. You're in a sale? Okay, great. I'm just waiting on more confirmation as far as a sale is concerned. And ES dollar as well as NQ look to be doing about the same thing. Let me check YM. YM looks a mess. YM never really makes a lot of sense, but I look at it sometimes. Order flow is still bullish on the 5 minute for both ES and Q as well as YM in the higher time frame. Order flow is also bullish, but we do have, let's see, the mean threshold of our previous 1 hour candle. Let's see if we tapped into that already. The mean threshold is right where my stop loss would be. You know what? Okay, what's today? Wednesday? Today Wednesday or Thursday? I'm looking at Thursday. All right, then that's my bad. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Oh my God. Today is Wednesday, you're right. So no wonder I'm like the 8:30 news didn't do anything. No wonder. Okay. That's on me. Okay, so yeah, today we only had was WEF annual meeting all day. So yeah, tomorrow Trump is going to be speaking. Also, that reminds me, I have a standing appointment on tomorrow. So let's see. I would, if I do stream, I would have to end the stream uh, by no later than 10:30 Eastern time. So I don't even know. Um, we would, I don't know what we could get done in that amount of time, but nevertheless, just a heads up. So I'll put it on a community post that I do come on. We only have like an hour and a half, so I don't even know if it's going to be worth it or not. If you guys think it is, I could, but other than that, no. I'll be asleep during London. Yeah, yeah. And tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, yeah, I should have known that. Oh my goodness, how am I missing a whole day? That's hilarious. So ES is just consolidating, and so is NQ on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, we are still respecting this order block. I'm missing a whole day. That is hilarious. Let me take this 11 o'clock news alert off of my chart because 8:30 came, and I'm like, why price not really doing nothing? It's supposed to be moving. It's uh it's the unemployment claims. We usually get some stuff going. Yeah. So like yesterday I did a pre-market entry and it worked out. Today it did not. So those are just the chances you take sometimes. I got $100. Shoot, I'm gonna lock in at least 50. Give me something for my trouble. But yeah, I could come back into that volume and balance though. I'll let it breathe a little bit. Yeah, so today's session is a little lackluster. It's not really doing much. It's just a slow grind up so far. And one of the things about the opening range, you get a lot of movement. It's like that's sometimes pretty much the only movement you get during a session for the most part. And so you want to capitalize on that. but also you're like a little trepidatious or intimidated or scared to go for it. So I am testing out a strategy for opening range and those continuations and or reversals during that time because price is really gonna just move uh, to take whatever liquidity it wants. We have our macro coming up too, so um, I'll take my $50 here and just see what we get during the macro. Price wants to play around, so either we're gonna go ahead and push up or not. But all this back and forth is kind of draining. What's ORB, Miss Healthy? Are you still long? I mean, short. Opening range breakout. Yeah, I like it too. What I try to do is figure out exactly what it's doing. And in today's case, we confirmed a order block. I mean, a breaker. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take
Order
some
filled.
profit there. Because this here is not anything I'm interested in right now. We could just tap into this volume and balance and then continue higher, which would be nice. But I'm waiting on something a little bit more sure, and I'm not really sure about it. We have one more hour. Yeah, opening range is great. Let me go to the 1 minute. So what I normally do while we're consolidating, so while we do that, I'll let you know what I look for. At 9:30, I ask myself, like, what did price do? Well, after 9:30, what did price do? In this case, this 9:31 candle created a 1 minute bullish breaker and confirmed all these down close candles as bullish order blocks. And then we tapped right into it at 9:36 and had a really nice run up. Well, look at that. See, I knew, oh, that's the other part. When I get out of a trade, then it goes and does what I wanted it to do in the first place. So you're welcome. Because that's exactly what happens. It's like, oh my goodness, every time we have a new potential bearish breaker. And let's see, on a 5 minute, let's get rid of this. I can move this up. I'll just put it under that low there.
Order filled.
So far, I've lost one trade. I am 389. I'm down 389. So I try to be patient and see if we can get an A plus entry set up, a sweep of some higher time frame liquidity, another high, breakdown, make a breaker, invert some fair value gaps, change in state of delivery, yada, 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 make into the range. Silver bullet hour, this wick here at 10:02 dipped into this order block and we pushed up 65 handles. So how do you do that? Have a long and a short going at the same time? It's healthy. I'll zoom in for you guys. So we dipped back into this order block, bullish order block, bounce off the fair value gap. Is it with the same broker? No, my broker don't allow you to do that. We have different accounts, but brokers don't allow you to do that. Okay. Well, you're managing it well then. We have about 9 minutes before our macro. So I kind of want to see if we're going to manipulate or either push into the higher time frame target that the market makers want to hit. Go to the 3 minute. It's healthy. Join our Discord and join the Unicorn Queen Hangout Discord and put it there so we all can see it. I don't um I don't know if LP is gonna come back or not, but that's where I've been updating things. So the link is in the description for the Discord. All right, so we're about to bump into a new week opening gap up in this area here. And you guys can feel free to put your trades and ideas and progress, whatever you want in the chat room. There's also some educational material in there, videos that I found very helpful. So I put that in there for everybody. Yeah, so dollar and Q, yes, and let's check YM. They all are doing the same thing. YM, yeah, it's all over the place. But we're still bullish as far as the order flow is concerned. But more or less consolidating in a range. Okay, so in a 3 minute, these down close candles are a bullish order block confirmed by this candle. We dip back into it here and here. Right now, we're just really consolidating, but want to start seeing some movement to either the upside or down. We have about another minute. Our macro on 10:50 to 11:10 macro starts, which is also our London close macro. So you want to ask yourself who's been making money all day. So since this morning, that would be the longs, those persons who are long. So price could start hunting their stop losses in this area. Now, if I can't find a good setup, before 11:30 to get in, then I will update you guys if I decide to take a trade after the stream ends. I'll update the Discord as well as YouTube. I've been noticing during the lunch macro, price really continues to move. Um, but then some days it will stall around and wait. But you can typically find a nice setup after 1:30. Once you get your 12 to 1:30 lunch highs and lows, you can sometimes find a nice setup. But other times it will happen during the lunch hour. We are in the macro. Oh, you're looking like we have this 1 minute bearish breaker, but it's not really convincing. The close is just right on the line, and we're pushing back into this, but we could just be coming to mitigate or tap into the bearish order block on a 1 minute. Looking at the 3 minute, we're still inside this bullish order block. Bodies are still respecting the mean threshold of it. So I would like to see a nice close below this. And you have the mean threshold of the previous hour's candle, but we're about to make another hourly candle close. So the mean threshold of that would be here, up here, and that's in 6 minutes. So those are just some potential places price could, you know, pull into. Well, we are doing in the macro. So during our macro, we see sometimes some forms of manipulation. I'll move this out the way so you guys can see a little bit better. This is our 1 minute low. Um, Price is still kind of teeter tottering around on there. Looking at the 3 minute gives us a little bit more information, but ES is still ranging. So is dollar, and NQ is pretty much doing the same thing. I'm not really trusting anything just yet. Let's check this order block. I think I'm going to try to shorten to the mean threshold of this candle. I'm going to see on a 5 minute, do we have a change in the state of delivery yet? Not quite. I want to see a body below this zone right here. We're not really getting that yet. Excuse me. Okay, so let's look at the 1 minute. Let me move this out the way. We're just hanging around this 1 minute bearish breaker block area. Um, on the 3 minute, we are still inside of the bullish order block. We have this bearish fair value gap that we tapped into. Seems to be respected so far. We have 2 minutes before 11. We confirmed the bearish order block on the 1 minute, breaker on the 1 minute. We're at this 5 minute. In 25 seconds, we'll confirm a 5 minute change in the state of delivery. I would like to see a pullback into this order block here before going short. Let's see. Okay. And that lines up perfectly with the 1 hour. The value gap that just was created.
Order filled.
Go short here. Stop above this high.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
We did confirm a 3-minute bearish breaker here. Um, we have these fair value gaps. So not sure how much or if we're ready to continue down, but we did close below this low. Price is pulling back into those fair value gaps. So we'll see how it's responding. Dollar seems to be pushing up above its high. So hopefully that will send the indices down. But if not, that will be my 2 trades for today or my 2 bullets for the day. And then I'll have to see if I can find anything better in the PM or later. Because higher time frame is very bullish. It could be that we are just trying to rush these pullbacks and or reversals. This is our 1 minute bearish breaker here. Price is tapping into, excuse me, price is tapping into that zone. That's not looking good. Really need to see it push back down or I'm going to be taking out. Okay, that's it.
Order
All
filled.
right, that is it for me, guys. I can't risk anymore. I only have one bullet left in the chamber, and I'm not gonna uh, use it right now. So it's possible. I mean, we probably won't take this high, and we'll continue down. But if it's not ready to do it, it's just not ready. So ES is pushing up, and now dollar's pushing back down. So we're just kind of consolidating, not really doing much. Did we hit the mean threshold? We did. So our previous candles threshold we did take. So those are my 2 trades for today. Um, I've used 2 of my bullets already, so I only have 1 more for the day, and, I'm not seeing anything that's 100%. So I tried, but, I'll stay on till 11:30, and just see what happens. These, 1 minute bullish breakers are I mean, sorry, bearish breakers are not, holding. And 5 minutes, let's see, did we get one? Mm, we closed below it, but not by much. On the 3 minute, we also closed below it and then pushed back in. So not enough aggressiveness. I'm probably just entering a little bit too early. And we have 2 more minutes for this macro. So I would like to see a sweep above this and then create another breaker. But I don't know if we're going to get that before end of the session. So I'll have to wait. Well, that's just lovely. So our macro is over. Let's see what this is a 3 minute. See which one is that. So I want to work on this one account that's due to rebill on Monday. Want to see if I can get it passed by Friday. So I'm gonna switch that account. Make the change in my trade copier as well. Okay, now let's see where we at. So looking like it's just gonna toy around with us for now. We're back to this range low to this range high, and we're just consolidating, not really doing much. It did that yesterday too. It made a bearish breaker, but then it made a bullish breaker and it consolidated for a whole hour or and a half almost during the macro. The lunch macro it went ahead and started moving. But did we take this high? Not quite, but very close. I'm also watching on the 5 minute and it's just consolidating candles basically. We do have a confirmed bearish order block on the 5 minute, but no fair value gaps. Price is respecting the 5 minute bullish fair value gap. And dollar just took another high. So it's looking like staying with longs is gonna probably be the best thing to do until price wants to reverse or do something else. Um, dollar is also pushing up. So we are, I guess, in sync with dollar now. But we have about 10 more minutes to see what's going on. We haven't taken this high yet. But because we were ranging, we would need to either break below this with some displacement or to the upside with some displacement to uh, for the market to show its hand on what it actually wants to do. Mhm. So while we just doing this, I want to go back to what I look for once we take a higher time frame liquidity pool. And I look for this on both the 5 and the 1 minute. So I look for a change in the state of delivery. Usually it's the the first three up close candles if we were bullish, um, to be closed below. So this here would have even this candle, it would have constituted me a change in the state of delivery on a 5 minute, which on the 1 minute would more than likely be a bearish breaker confirmed. And we had that here. So we had a change in the state of delivery, 1 minute bearish breaker, 5 minute. We closed below these down close candles, which was a bullish order block turn bearish breaker. But what happened was uh, because price is, I guess, super bullish, um, we closed and confirmed it, but we closed back in the range. So it's more or less a fake out, pretty much. And that's why you want to see a lot of displacement. We did have a very thin fair value gap here, which we came and closed it out and created another bullish order block. So this is letting me know that price still wants to go higher. So, and I checked for SMT, excuse me, with ES, and ES took that level, also created a bearish breaker on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Well, on the 1 minute, yeah, and the five. So, just following my trading plan, it would have been a go for me. Either way, I would have taken it. Um, but it just didn't work out. And so when you have your system for trading, whatever your rules are for entering a trade, if you're following that and it just doesn't work out, then it's okay. I mean, you followed your plan. No, I followed my plan on that one. Um, Opening range, I already kind of knew that price could uh, come back and clap me, which I should have protected my entry. I should have just moved the stop a little bit before entry just in case. But nevertheless, managing the risk is the most important thing. And I know how much I can lose in a day. So before they stop me from trading. So we'll take this high. Maybe during the lunch macro, we'll get that push down that I've been waiting on. But I would like to see something more decisive because I really only have one more chance to get an A plus setup. But I'll just set some alarms and come back to the chart uh, once they are triggered because, it's time for a break now. We've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. So that's just about the amount of time that you want to, step away, stretch your legs, or come back tomorrow, either way. But as we begin to wrap up this session, I do want to thank you all again for joining me today. And although today it wasn't like yesterday where we caught a nice win in the beginning, it's okay. Winning and losing is part of the game. It's just the way it goes. You just have to manage your risk, and that's pretty much all that you can do. So those are our potential bearish breaker areas. And again, I'm not sure how much I trust it at this point, only because we have been getting fake runs. This gave about 26 handles before it started rejecting back up and created another bullish breaker here. And so again, we have session highs above us, and then this daily high around 112. Are there any questions or comments before we wrap up? We have about 3 more minutes. And don't forget to like the live stream, share, comments, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, both ES and Q and dollar making new highs. So maybe after lunch we will get a little bit more information. But if you guys are going to trade or continue to trade during the lunch hour and the PM session, safe trading. There are no more new. There's no more news today, so everything should be okay. And I'll have to check about earnings. If there's any earnings this afternoon, I know at 4 o'clock yesterday, price kind of went parabolic. But excuse me. Again, thank you all so very much. I will update our stats on the Discord as well as YouTube. And if you're going to continue trading, safe trading. I appreciate you all tuning in today. And I'll be back tomorrow. But like I said, if I do, it'll be abbreviated. It'll be a very short session because I have an appointment. So it would have to be cut right at 10:30 Eastern time. Thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll meet back here tomorrow. Bye bye.